Hello quilters, welcome back. I'm working on Morticia. I have decided to put this cross design off to the side at an angle. I'm going to be filling it with some tiny feathers and the center part probably either pebbles or maybe a little micro stipple. So the first thing I need to do is to put in my stem for my feathers. Now I'm looking at this and I've drawn this in using a chalk mark and you can see how this echoes from side to side, and I don't want that look. I want it to be more free flowing. So what I'm going to do is draw this a little bit different. So I don't have quite the same, and I'm just going to have this come down here. Now when I get down to the bottom, when I first drew this, I looked at it and I thought that looks pretty cool, but now I'm looking at it and thinking that looks like somebody's nose. And I don't want a witch's nose on my quilt. So I'm just going to get rid of that a little bit so I just have a tiny bit of a curve in there when I'm making my stem. So I'm going to come up here. The rest of it I'm just going to freehand. I just wanted to show you what that would look like and what I want to avoid. So I'm going to start here. I brought my bottom thread up. I'm going to use that trick that I showed you where I take the safety pin and I pin it. And I wrap my thread around it. And I'm doing this just to keep it out of the way when I get started. Alrighty. So my stem, like I said, I'm just going to free flow kind of down here. I'm not really staying on that white line because I really don't care. I just want to get a nice, even, free flow line coming in. I'm going to stop here just for a minute. Turn the machine off, move my pin out of the way. And I'm just going to continue still doing that, just kind of a free flow. And I'm going to be using this as the stem to throw my feathers on. So I'll just come back here and I'll come in and come down. And I'm going to stop. Now if you notice, one side was a little bit more wonky. This side over here, and this side over here is just more of a loop, and that's fine. I don't really care because I just want that look that it's not planned and it just goes whatever direction it needs to be going in. So now I'm going to throw feathers, and I want to throw my feathers on this outside part of the stem here. So the first one I'm going to throw is just going to be one with a little hook. And the reason is because when I come up the other way, I'll have something to hook into. And I like those little hump and bump. Now I've got an inside curve here, so I'll throw a little one, and I'll throw a bigger one around it. I got to fill this space, and that's pretty much all I'm doing is trying to fill this space with these little feathers. I really want that kind of lacy look. And I'm quilting slow because these are nice little feathers. Now they're going to get longer here, and that's okay. I think some people like to call those Victorian feathers where they get really nice and long. And that's fine. All I'm doing is filling that space up with these little bitty feathers. I do the hump and bump, or the bump bump, or the Victorian. There's all kinds of different names for these. I just want to keep them kind of small. They don't have to be all consistently the same size. And I can see, oh, that looks terrible. But in the long run, it's really not going to make that much difference because nobody's going to see that. And when you all come back and look at this, you're going to realize that that one really doesn't make any difference. It's one in a whole bunch, and as long as I keep going, keep them pretty much the same size, everything is going to be okay. So I'm going to keep doing my little feathers, and I will see you next time.